Hotsquile, Eoch Tanoyup, Naquemiston, Queen Quisham, Sam Seward, Queen Sna, Itzame Uckin Sneechum, Naquemiston, Quana Squeech, Denason Uck, Squamish, Okomeo, Antha Snenaimu. Tanatsamat and Squalwin, Tanatsamat to Squal. Hi, Tsapka, Si Amansiaya, and Salakwa. With. My ancestral name is Naquemiston. I am Sam Seward. I am Squamish Nation and Nanaimo. And I said today we work together with one mind, one heart for that good feeling. Thank you. Great one. I've been in the game I'll be 59 years this year. I'll be 64. So I've been playing since I was 5. So 1961 I started, and we had our own North Shore Indians minor lacrosse association, and it was all mums and dads that were coaching. So I came through almost with almost all native teams all the way through my minors, and so that was a good experience. And we played in lacrosse boxes till you finished midgets, and then we finally got to play in arenas. So I remember all these boxes going to Burnaby, New West, and they're good games, and we're playing outside, and so yeah. Probably because it was always been a part of me since a young age. My mom was coaching, my dad was coaching a different team, and so it was always a part of my life. I was always either playing or I was in the arena with my mom and dad, and you make lifelong friends. You see the same people. I grew up with my friends, and not everybody can play at the same level, so we're moving up, and some of our friends will quit and they'll play soccer, basketball, whatever, so. But I think that's what comes with the friendship and the sportsmanship, and you keep playing for years, and then we all know how we play. We can play together. Like I was talking about the Can-Am Warriors, Barry Paulus, Jeff Gill, Chucky Martin came out to play with us, and good lacrosse players. So, and then we got to know them, and we could play with them. And once we all retired, we still played Masters lacrosse. If we traveled back Akwesasne or Ganawagi, we phone them, and they'd be there, and they'd come and play with us. So it's a lifelong friendship. Yeah, I was playing North Shore Indians Junior B, and I think a gentleman by the name of Peter Black was the manager, and he came over to the North Shore, watched me play, and then let me shower, and I came out, and he pulled me aside, and I talked to him, and he asked if I'd be interested in trying out with the Salmonbellies the following season. I said, yes, I'd love to. We had a good team. We lost out to Burnaby. They beat us out 7 games, and they went back east and beat Whitby for the Minto. So, and I actually played with some of the guys. I knew a couple of guys when I played with the Sam. I played with Mario Gavorchan when I was younger, and Gary Lindsay I played with, and I knew Bruce Turris. I played with Ivan Tura and his brother. I still see Ivan all the time, go and talk to him. And probably, I was 21 here. More comfort, I guess, my comfort zone. I go home, back and play with my friends, and the older guys I grew up playing with, they're like 4 or 5 years older than me that I got to play with. So I know Adnax were calling, and I said no, I'm staying home, play with our North Shore Indians. So, and it was a good choice for me. We had a good team all through my career. So. The West Coast Senior Lacrosse Association. Senior B, yeah, I was Senior B. There was Vancouver, Burnaby was Kirby Clippers, Nanaimo has always had a team, Poco. So yeah, that's about it. You're playing against the best players from every area. So the competition was good and playing hard, and I was lucky. I got to play a lot. I faced off in my time, and back in the day, we'd have face-offs in the corners. Every corner. It wasn't possession. If the ball went off of me, it's not the other team's ball. We'd face off in the corner, so I'd run out, face off. So back then, we played lines and played both ends of the floor. We weren't running off when we lost the ball. We had to run back and play some defense. And if I was facing off, win or lose, the coach would say, stay out there. I played power play every position, shot, point man, and crease. And then for a man short, and it's a long run to the bench, I'd get to stay out, and they'd put me on top on a man short. So. It was a good season. I think we beat Victoria to get into the President's Cup, and we beat Orangeville in the finals, and they had Terry Sanderson and his brother. I think they had a couple of brothers, so they were playing with Orangeville. So they had a good team. We had Ben Hilges. He came with us. Back then he got drafted by Vancouver, and I guess he didn't want to play Vancouver, and there was used to be a senior B draft, and our management drafted Ben, and he showed up and played with us all year. And we had run the President's Cup. We had the guys from back east, I was telling you. I think Chuck Martin got 7 goals in the final game. Barry Paulus. These guys are all in Ontario Lacrosse Hall of Fame. So. Broken ankle, I've had knee surgery, my back and my hip, I told you. Separated shoulder. Knocked out twice in lacrosse. So back then, there no concussion procedures back then. So you wake up and you're in an empty dressing room laying on a tarp, and you're like, what happened? And there are a bunch of people around. What are you doing? We're playing lacrosse. Where are you at? I said, I'm in Burnaby. What's your name, Sam? You want to play? Yep. Let's go. Pick me up and I'm back out. You want a drink of water? Yep. That's how it was. Probably winning a playoff game in the old Burnaby Lake Arena that has bleachers on the one side. We were playing there, and like I told you, I had a bad knee, and then getting close to the end of the season, I hurt my other knee. I don't know if somebody tackled me or what. So I'm walking out there like RoboCop. I'm all braced up and taped up, and coach put me on the point. I said, I can't get back, but he wanted me out there. I face off, and I get the ball. And then he said, just walk it up. So I walk up, and I was moving it, and then I sent it got down to left crease, and I just kind of walked up. I couldn't run. And I got in the middle, and I got the ball, and this guy spun me around, and I just shot like that, and I scored. And I couldn't even get up. Harry Paulus yanked me up, and the coach trying to tell me to go face. I said, no. And Harry pushed me to the bench, and I started walking to the bench. That's one of the biggest things I remember, because I could barely walk, and here I am playing lacrosse. The things we used to do, right? I'm going, wow, man. That's crazy. If I could go back, I'd like to listen to all my coaches talk. Because they're gone now, and so it's gone forever. Whatever they were, lacrosse is a game. We're taught a game, and then we teach. We teach after. A lot of the men that are coaching are older, like your minor, junior, senior, and all these men have played at a high level of lacrosse, and they're sharing with us what they taught. And I can't go back and get that. So that's one of the biggest things. If I could go back and listen to all my teachers. And some of my players, my teammates have passed on, and just talk about what we want to do. Like, you're playing lacrosse, you have a coach, yet there's 5 of us on the floor. The coach is giving us something to do, and then if that doesn't work, we're saying what we're going to do. We'll try it right away. The coach wants us to do it, and then if we have a lot of time on 30-second clock, we'll run what we want to run. So. But that's the biggest thing. I do mentorship speaking. I network when I go into elementary, high school, native reserves, and do lacrosse clinics. So mostly in Fraser Valley, the Aboriginal liaisons for the high schools will call me. They might have the minimum was about 2. They might have 10 athletes going away on athletic scholarships, college, university. And I go in. They have an informal lunch. I'll give them soup sandwich, and once the athletes start talking, she'll say, "Go ahead," and then I just tell my lacrosse story, like what I'm sharing with you today, and that's for the athletes. And that's the biggest question I get. What comes to mind to me is what would you could do if you could go back in time. I said I'd like to hear my coaches talk to me again, and because we take out. We're always taught take what's good for you, and then thank that person. Thank you, hi, Chikasiam. So yeah, that's the biggest thing. If I could go back and even just to see these coaches and players would be awesome. So.